tournament now.
Yeah, and Inferno will be very interesting. We move to the second map of this series. Ninjas in Pyjamas will start on the CT side.
And again, 82% win rate for G2 on this map. 9 wins, 2 losses in the last 3 months. And that's against teams like Heroic and Gambit. So these guys are here to play G2.
We have Device double Dual Elite's raid boss in the B apartments, which is interesting. Very interesting indeed, especially because he may be very entertained by what appears to be coming his way. Next has got some flashes for the halls pop. Device jiggling. Oh, God. This could be very, very fun. He's got a lot of work to do here on this A bomb site. 1 minute 5 on the clock, and anytime now, we're going to see a lot of W key. 4 players, Ninjas in Pyjamas, on the other side of the map, starting to make their way over as they see nothing on Banana. Nico trying to figure out what's going on, but this is allowing the rotation. And he hears a lot of things coming his way. Now the Julies will be good for 1, but we've got the long player taken out as well. And they're getting deleted. We might not even see a bomb plant here. Jackson Hunter, they've got a smoke up on long now as he'll have to go deep into the site to get that bomb planted for his teammate as well. Oh no, hold on a second. He hasn't committed to it. What's happened there? Maybe heard the footsteps. Jackson's made it winnable though. Suddenly it's a 2 versus 2. Very strange situation as he goes for the more default plant now for the pit position. But the CTs are on the way. Stereo frags from Ninjas in Pyjamas. I'm not sure what happened to the first attempt. Maybe a fake, but either way, they'll plant the bomb and lose the round.
As soon as he tried to plant that bomb, Nip played it the way it should be played, which is, okay, one guy's planting. We know that he's taken up for 3 to 4 seconds, and so that's it. You know, up to 4 seconds, he might as well be dead. And so it's a 4-on-1 at that point. They push in and they try to deny it. It's just that Jax played like a madman and was able to get 2 kills there, kind of stuttered that a little bit. And so G2, with a good fight there, actually do succeed in getting a bomb plant, and they will go for a bye in this round. So we'll see. Do we get Dust 2 again, where these teams were just kind of trading tit for tat at the beginning? Doesn't look likely, though. But this M4 is in a pretty beastly spot. Plot for the Flash. Flash is going to come in. There it is. Oh, the counter, though. Impeccable stuff. Good use of utility on both sides.
Yeah, I don't think that was that has not turned out to be worth it now for Ninjas in Pyjamas, as there is a rifle to be collected for G2 in this push towards the B bomb site. Hampus with the Fatmas doing what he can. We've got another kill from Device actually, who's made it competitive, but again it is advantage G2. They're planting the bomb. They've got angles on the bomb site. Armanek only a Mac 10 at present, looking for something. Wants an upgrade. Rez and ZCR now. Rest of the MP9, which will be slightly preferable to the Mac 10 there due to the accuracy. Grenades to be deployed. Molotov towards the dark spot. That'll force them away. Armanek up close there with that Mac 10, using it as best he can. And the range of the Galil from Hunter, it will go the way of G2 after all. Again, the M4 being isolated and traded was not favorable for Ninjas in Pyjamas, and it went from bad to worse after that.
Yeah, that impeccably timed counter flash from G2. This is it right here. So Plopsky gets that kill for free. That's fine. But Jax, help of his team, he's able to get a kill on Plopsky for free. They were ready to just push right in behind there. And so G2 now, we're going to see them really start to kick it into high gear. They should be very comfortable on this map. It is their map pick. They're winning it the majority of the time that they're playing it. And so the onus is on Nip to come up into it once again. They pulled a fast one on G2, on Dust 2, were able to catch them off guard repeatedly. They had a clear game plan. I fully expect G2 to have the edge on this map. And so NIP, they go for the force buy in this second round. Almost want to see them just stack up with 4 players on a site now, because they've put you lose this round, you're in a hard eco coming up in the next round NIP. So it's almost like where just rotate the guys off B to A or vice versa. Just try and gamble a bit.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Save the Deagles for the next round if they don't hit your bomb site. And so, yeah, Device is going to rotate over to A now. Hampus is holding Banana solo.
I would imagine with 2 Mac 10s, one will be sent in to find out what's happening somewhere before they fully commit to a site. Hampus dodging the shots. There's a small chance he gets 2 kills out of it. There's a fair chance at 1. But Nico will check. And that leaves the remainder of NIP towards the A bomb site. So again, if they can hold on to this, then they can have another go in the next round. Not much to gain at this point beyond the rifle here or there, but the deagles can be very dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
A re-smoke, and G2 will soon plant the bomb. Hunter will be looking for lurks towards the A bomb site. He risks losing a Galil, but he probably has a free kill here onto ZTR. Indeed he does. Through the thin walls of the apartments. They were made on a cheap. He'll benefit from that. So Ninjas in Pyjamas will lose another player, but Rez can drop his deagle to someone else in the next round if he can hold on to what he has. So it is still an upgrade for them.
I mean, I can next to those 2 MAC-10s are out hunting now. So we don't care if they lose these guns. That's fine. Fair enough. Device and Rez going to try and buddy up here and get into the apartments and see if they can save this stuff. So far, I mean, very patient play coming out here from G2. Clearly, they know what they're about. Nicely done. Nexa in position to get that kill on Device. And so NIP are going to have Jack Diddley Squat going into this round. Device saving up for the AWP. But yeah, this should be a anti-eco round coming in here. Almost just want to see Nip run straight down middle. Just go straight to him. Take the fight to G2 and get this round over with quickly so we can get into the first buy round for NIP.
Yeah, they cost G2 a few players, but they completely neutralized the threat in this round, be it Desert Eagles or Galil. There's the pop flash lineup for Banana, as you can see. Stand by the stairs, top left of the window, jump throw, and away you go. Basic grenades that everybody should know. So we have a concentrated effort, top mid for the Ninjas with the USPs, and Armanek will love this bonus money. Nexa here to trade as well. One of the, well, Device actually, the last play now on Banana. Banana, long.
Real nice.
A fast eco round is a good eco round.
Yeah, 2 kills with each of those MAC-10s, man. That's money in the bank, 1,200 bucks. Super solid. And so very curious to see now, what is it that we are going to get out of NIP? What can they afford? Device was specifically saving for the AWP, so he'll have that as well. He even doesn't skimp on the helmet, goes for the helmet with the Kevlar. So if he runs into one of those MAC-10s or Hunter with the Galil, he'll stand a better chance if it gets nasty here. Posted up in mid, though, looking for that shot. We'll see.
Yeah, waiting for that flashbang, which doesn't come on this occasion. G2 looking to take Banana quickly. There's a pop flash for Handpost, but Jax is ready for it. There's a two pop flash attempts now on Banana, which G2 have been ready for. So that is something Ninjas in Pyjamas have to think about. Again, that anti-force buy round where the pop flash was avoided. They lost the rifle, lost the round. In this one, they lose a player early for a 4 versus 5. These seem to be very expected by G2. That much is clear. That may play into NIP's approach in the rounds to come. But for now, they've got a 4 versus 5 situation in NIP. Where are they headed now? Will it be a full rotation towards the bomb site? It looks like it might be.
It is hard rotate over. ZTR, Rez, already through CT spawn towards the B site. G2 has still got plenty of grenades to work with, though. They don't even need to commit to this B site unless they want to. It's looking like they are going to go for it. The longer they wait, though, NIP have got a fantastic read. Now you're going to have a boost from Plopsky. So if the smoke goes down to block off CT, Plopsky, even playing anti-flash, turned away from the likely spots flash grenades are going to go off in. And Device, the reason why NIP can stick this is Device has seen nothing towards A. He's heard nothing towards A. And so this is it. NIP fully committed to the hold.
Oh, Rez between 2 minds about smoke or rifle. Plopsky there with the opening kill. We've got mollies as well. And G2 trying to charge through. I thought we'd maybe see another smoke grenade by NIP just to slow them down, but I suppose they didn't want to pull the rotation. 2-on-2, bomb not planted, just Jet. The swing is there from ZTR, and Device has an angle looking for Jax, who makes his way towards New Box behind the smoke. Device trying to avoid a trade frag situation. Needs to identify where these players are. Shift walks over a smoke. A defuse kit would also be nice. How does he escape? Even if he kills Hunter, how does he not get traded here? Instant trade from Jax. Does what he needs to do. 4-1 for G2.
Well played. G2 man advantage and then just pressing forward, always sticking together as a group so that even if there is a stack, that as long as you're trading effectively, you're always going to have the man advantage. You're always going to be able to get onto that bomb site. You got to give it to ZTR, though. I think it got a bit hairy because they were down to like 8 seconds when the bomb was getting planted. If ZTR is able to get through here, if Jax whiffs that shot, ZTR could have won the round by canceling the bomb plant. So must-hit shots there from Jackson. He manages to be the hero there for the round. 4-1 on the T side now for G2, looking very comfortable indeed here on Inferno. And NIP, they're going to be grasping a little bit here. That's going to be one that stings because they had 3 players on B early. They had the accurate read. They knew what was going on, and yet NIP still not able to hold.
Anti-eco territory now for G2. Always fun to see this approach, especially with so many Desert Eagles out. I feel like they're getting more and more 1-digs these days. There is an opening 1-dig, if you will. Angles being held by G2. Maybe not enough. ZTR had a chance to go for a clean headshot there, but went for the body shot. He didn't quite make the connection he was looking for. Now things get really weird for G2. There's a minute on the clock, and Nexa and Armanek are 1 shot away. And with Nico being dropped as well, I don't even know what to say. We have a flurry of Desert Eagle kills here from Ninjas in Pyjamas. They even have some utility on Plopsky.
Device recovered that AK. This is not how it's supposed to go for G2. You're not supposed to lose to Deagles. Agonizing round. And now Device is going to have them boxed in. So Plopsky spots him. Flash or smoke goes down now. Nice spray through the smoke, though, by Amanek. And Hampus alive behind new boxes, just trying to wait and buy time for Device.
Device with the knife out, shift walking up Banana. He knows they're committing to this bomb site. Perhaps one. Can't quite see Armanek just yet, but there he is, a trade frag. Well, I mean, I don't know how much there is to break down. They just got blasted in the face with Desert Eagles. But, I mean, there was some damage done from the apartments. Nobody really watching that properly. And that probably should have been a kill as well. So, arguably, they should have died even faster. That just got chaotic pretty quickly. I don't know what to say. They got deagled.
The Deags are such a threat, man. It's so crazy how good the players are becoming with them. I mean, close quarters are like shotguns. And long range, I mean, we're seeing the 1-Deags all the time. So it's just so brutal how much damage you can do with the Deagle.
Bring back dynamic pricing, I say.
Oh, Jax. A lot of damage. Early aggression, and this time Plopsky hodls.
Oh boy, these guys need to escape this situation. Device getting annihilated by the spray of Jax. I think they had to fall back on that one, but they may have not realized that they had time to fall back. Choosing to hide in plain sight won't work out. And we have a very early 4 versus 4. Minute 20 on the clock, a 2-2 setup from NIP. Banana now abandoned by G2. And Rez prays for a lineup. He's ready for a second player as well, isn't he? But he won't win the duel. Nexa is here to do 2 of his own. Very back and forth affair early. The Desert Eagles giving Ninjas in Pyjamas some hope. However, G2 have stormed straight back.
Plopsky's going to be trying to hold on to this AWP. Let's see if he can actually survive the round or not. Bomb gets planted on that A site. Nexa doing some marvelous work opening up that A site. I mean, if they're going to just peek into it and Nexa's going to decide to rip all their heads off, I mean, that's certainly a way that G2 can go forward here. If it feels like that was the story on Dust 2 as well. Nip won the round, but, you know, we weren't really seeing much from Nico at all. Hunter as well, very quiet. It was the Frenchman doing a lot of the work. Jax, Amanek, sitting at the top of the pack right now for G2. So curious to see when Nico and Hunter are going to decide to join the party here. Because that will certainly make a big difference for G2. I think had we gotten a little bit more from Nico on Dust 2, we would have been looking at G2 winning that map. And while here right now, let's see it at Hunter.
Oh,
just barely missing.
Couldn't spread the jam.
So close. So Plopsky holds onto that AWP for Device. Do we have enough money for a buy round? Oof, man. Not really. It's looking like they're just barely going to squeak one.
Yeah, interesting to see the makeup of it. I mean, they did more with less. Those Deagles in the previous rounds. We'll see what the hero rifles can do. 3 of them. AWP will have to be impactful here, and Device, he's over towards B-bomb sites at present. Not going to get caught off in the car position in this particular round. This boost can always be nasty. Avoiding mid-peak as well, focusing on Boiler. Got a 3-man set up on short from Ninjas in Pyjamas towards the A-bomb site. And G2 won't be afraid to start slow. They know it's a mixed bag from Ninjas in Pyjamas. Have to try and figure out what might be happening. Flashbang in the apartments. There's no AWP over here. Or any NIP players. Where is the next point of contention? What does the top mid take look like for G2?
Man, they are not interested at all. It's as if the A side doesn't even exist for G2. They're just going straight over towards B. Dude, what do they sense? I mean, I guess the complete lack of presence at top banana shown by NIP is throwing G2 off guard. Because there's been a lot of pop flash retakes for NIP on banana, or at least some kind of a fight put off initially. Oh, mollies everywhere. How is Device still alive?
Trying to hold a headshot position. We've got to push through the smoke from Nexta, and that leaves Device in isolation. He's got some area to play with, but the spray through the smoke will be enough. That's the AWP gone. 3v3. There's a lot of utility for these players. HG grenade could be huge. Won't be on this occasion. Nico able to escape, and he collects himself an AWP. There'll be a molly to force Amanek from his position, but he still fights and gets a kill before he falls to the flames. 2 versus 2, and there's problems for Nico as well, down to 48 HP, blind, no push just yet. This one's escalating quickly, tag, but still alive now, 2 versus 1. Hunter needs one more burst. Rez has a defuse kit, but he's got to find this kill. Denied by Hunter. A big fight on the B bomb site, but it's G2 with 6.
Mad lads. This is where G2 are truly trying to live up to that claim that they don't need ops either, because Hunter looks at that AWP and he leaves it. Doesn't pick it up at the end of the round either. Something that Malek, their coach, was saying, that they were trying to change the meta, that they did not feel like they needed to always rely on the op. Well, I mean, looking like that's going to be part of the game plan here for G2. And I really think that G2, they're just too long in the tooth. There's too much experience on this team. You're going to have to wake up early to catch them off guard. There's no nade presence in Banana was probably just too much of a warning signal that something was up for G2. Nip maybe had to posture a little bit more before going for the quad stack on A.
So I was just going to say the AWP is so much stronger on the T side after planting the bomb for G2 that they may find more utility with rifles before they get to that stage.
So just take the op off a device every time?
Yeah, why not?
That's fair. Yeah.
Saves them giving him one as well in a round such as this. Again, a Desert Eagles are out. Hampus peeked a little too far. Jax will not allow him to escape on this occasion. Remainder of the ninjas towards the A-bomb site. And still the bomb top of T ramp. Amanek's the investigation man here with the MAC-10, and he's top mid as well. So it isn't clear where G2 will end up, but Nico's not afraid to have a look and see what might be happening on the B bomb site. See if he goes deep enough to find out that nothing is happening. And it looks like that's going to be the case. Nothing seen just yet. Still looking for a response. Bomb collected, and G2 have identified the chink in the armor. And off they go towards B.
And G2, easy bomb plants, easy anti-eco. Lots of patience getting shown here. Really using the clock. And making sure that they did not walk into any traps. I'm pretty sure that they're thinking back to the Deagle round. Like, we gave them a freebie there. We don't need to be making that mistake again. And they took their time. So a lot of discipline getting shown here by G2. And that, of course, allows them to have the freedom to do what they want on this round, on this map. Nice peek here. Hunter getting caught by Plopsky. Again, the Deagles. Again, the Deagles.
Yeah, but look at the score. Despite these Deagle kills, Ninjas in Pyjamas have very little to show for this half so far. Very strong scoreline for G2. Trying to rebuild their money after those Deagle kills, G2, to increase the pressure on Ninjas in Pyjamas and the implications. Let's see what the NIP's buy looks like here. They've won the pistol, and they have 2 rounds from 9 Ninjas in Pyjamas. Very bad situation for them. There's time for recovery, though, but it really needs to start now. G2 will not allow that. Or they will not. They don't want to. MAC-10 persists, and there are 4 players who lack a helmet. for Ninjas in Pyjamas, so Amanek could have a field day in a round such as this. Divisive angles top mid, but G2 not afraid to start a bit slow.
There's the shot, instant death. There you go. Nico, if given the opportunity, not going to miss that headshot. And so Device trying to make the play in mid, hoping for a shot there, and blind peek as well. Doesn't get anything going. Nice HE from Hampus though, that hurts. Jack's gonna feel that one. But now this allows for G2 to just kind of have their way, and they are going to once again group up and hit this B bomb site. They are so confident in their B take, G2. They don't really feel the need to go to A.
Oh boy.
Nice peek, the timing impeccable, but Nex is gonna get the trade, taking down Blobsky. Now it's on Hampus trying to buy some time.
Yeah, he spotted the bomb there. G2 know that they've seen the bomb. They may expect a rotation from Ninjas in Pyjamas, but they're not doing much rotating at present. G2 still seem focused on this B bomb site, not pushing in just yet though, but as I say that, we can see them start to make inroads. Hampus jumping up, massive risk taken to zero result basically, just pain, more pain.
And it's so nasty because G2 just sit there, and the important thing is that they're not making any noise. So Hampus doesn't hear footsteps of them running away. He doesn't hear footsteps he doesn't have any info, and so the rest of NIP are still have to sit because there could be a rotation coming from G2. They don't know if G2 are going to back off of B and start going straight up mid towards A. They don't have that info. And so Hampus, that's why he has to peek over those smokes. He's like, are they there or not? We don't know. And sure enough, G2 are just like, boom, instant headshot. Hampus is dead, and they're right there on the bomb site. So NIP have got to feel just so frustrated right now. Suffocated, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing, it's just not working.
Despite Device being positive at 9-8, I don't know how many impact kills he's had. Especially bearing in mind the score. There's really nothing happening for Ninjas in Pyjamas at the moment.
Yeah, 8-2. And I mean, again, it's worth... it is just worth mentioning. 9 wins, 2 losses in the last 3 months on Inferno for G2. 80% win rate, beating the likes of on it, FaZe, VP. I mean, they're just taking scalps. The 2 teams they've lost to, Fun plus Phoenix and Gambit. So I mean, FPX are always a threat. I don't care what anybody says. And then Gambit, well, I mean, Gambit is Gambit, so no shame losing to Gambit on the map. They've just been murdering everybody else. This is certainly G2's home map right now.
Quietly into the apartments they go, and Device could be in trouble once again. No sound cues. Jumping on a teammate's head. Lined up. That's a big headshot onto Amanek. And he falls back. Happy with that. Rez here with a second AWP. Double AWP on the A bomb site. Can't be what G2 were expecting. Kind of read that Device would be in a position such as that so far. So that is a nice surprise as far as NIP are concerned. 5 versus 3 now. Really clawing at rounds here. Surely this is one for them.
Certainly hope so. Starting to run out of room in this second half. 8-2. It's not leaving you a whole lot to pick up. I mean, if you were to play flawlessly from here on out, you could get 8-7.
Nexa should be in position to have heard that rotation from Device running up Speedway from where Nexa is, or a bit further back in the corner. You'd certainly hear it. Perhaps from where Nexa is as well. I think you would hear it from there as well. Similar distance. Device posted up now on the back of the site. 35 seconds left on the clock for G2 to make a play. They've got 2 flashbangs at this point, and that's about it. Down goes Nexa. 5 versus 2. Device re-peaks to get deleted by Jax, but there's more work to be done on this B bomb site. ZTR with the Deagle. As you can see, it's a bait setup. Rez with the Molotov will be getting the final kill of that round for a much-needed 3rd round for Ninjas in Pyjamas. It has been a run from G2. They had 8 rounds in 9, and then finally NIP are back on the scoreboard again.
I love to see it from ZTR as well, man. Just getting pumped. Had a great impact on Dust 2 for NIP, first map of this series. NIP won it. And well, now, I mean, Young Gun, latest addition, coming up from the NIP talent pool. And brought in, well, I guess Device technically is the latest, but before that, you had ZTR joining up. And so him getting pumped up in these rounds, you know, trying to keep the spirits high, that's great to see. NIP now, that the 3rd round must win. They have to start figuring out how to win rounds when they actually have rifles, though. And, well, here we go. This is a great start. Picks on either side of the map. Double AWP CT side Inferno, not something we see every day. And NIP are making it work.
Oh, dear. Nico didn't strafe off, but just jumped up instead, and that's going to cost him 5 versus 2 now as Ninjas in Pyjamas managed to get something approaching reasonable out of the CT half. I don't want to speak too soon. 3 rounds from 11 is somewhat disastrous. Credits to G2 on that one. Nexa and Armanek now looking to have an impact into this round. Have to do it the hard way. Flashpoint. The device will say hello. Loses his position now. We have Plopsky behind the coffin, so the bomb site can be taken by what remains of G2. Oh dear. Stopped in completely the wrong place. Armanek now running through the flames like a KFC executive. 1 versus 5 for Armanek, and down he goes.
And now we have got a fully equipped NIP, 3 AKs, 2 AWPs, and G2 right now got to be going, wait a second, hold on, people still run double op on Inferno? What is this? Bit of a shock turn of events there for G2, not expecting the combat opping on both sides of the map. So very nicely done there from NIP. Finally, they pick up a round where it's a bye. They've got everything going according to plan. It's not some weird Deagle buy that they've got going where it's just, you know, a one-off fluke, very difficult to reproduce. Here, let's see if they can pick up the remaining 3 rounds in this half and actually save themselves from disaster. If G2 get into double digits on T side, I think NIP are going to start sweating bullets. But if they can get to within 8-7, then neither team is going to feel happy. But it's still a winnable situation for NIP on the second half.
This is where things start to get interesting. The money being broken for G2, NIP getting dominated on their CT side, but suddenly 7 rounds looks doable. And then who knows, once the sides change, who the hell knows. But for now, we'll focus on this half. It will be a dangerous round. G2 with a significant investment, Tech 9s, flashes, a few smoke grenades. If they can get close enough to a bomb site to swarm, then this could be a lost round for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They, for the most part, got 1 buy in the hole. But can they afford to drop any more rounds? Probably not.
Well, this is a common spot for oppers. Posted up in apartments, device here. Could see G2 expect to see this. Jax is going to come around the corner. Instant headshot on device. He was ready, and there's device getting caught in the open. Straight up short we go. 3 players here for NIP, though. This is a lot of defense.
It is, and they are racking up the kills. AWP persists for Nexa. Tech 9 could do some more damage. ZCR on the site now, fishing for him. Suddenly it's a 1 versus 2 to Tech 9 running out of bullets. Almost clutched around with that crazy weapon. But it will be a 5th round for NIP now. Maybe getting some late momentum. 3 rounds in a row as G2 head back in for their next bite.
Yeah, that's such a good timing there to actually push as devices coming out of the out of Palace. They got all the way up to brackets. They were all the way in mid, and then they just pounce and get that kill for free. So really nice attempt there from G2, but 3 players on the A site on top of device, right? You're just not going to be able to break that with pistols. And so G2 doing good damage, but they lose the round. Still, this is full AKs for G2. Just favors that Galil. And NIP full bot on their side. I like the change in strategy from NIP, though. Rather than going for the retakes top banana, which is what we saw at the beginning of the half, now we're getting the smokes at bottom banana. So we're changing it up. Once G2 starts to get comfortable with how it's playing out on B, NIP showing that they have a bit of depth to their CT strategy here. And so Plopsky, device, this is a nasty setup that they've got going in banana, and we'll see if G2 want to try and take a fight here, or if this is going to force G2 to hit this A site.
Quick look, and there's no one here to fight them. But what lies around the other corners? Coming back now for a look towards banana. Device will avoid the first flash and post up. There's some more. A little bit blind. Oh, they're lighting up, though. Hold on a second. It's a team kill. Somewhat favorable as Device chooses to fall back a little. Could see Rez holding down long for now, leaving Device in position. In Device they trust. 35 seconds. G2 have a decision to make. They've got a 4 versus 4, an accidental 4 versus 4. When you see a shot, you take it. And sometimes this is the result. 25 seconds now. We've got some bicycle balancing from Zentia, but we're not at the circus. Campus on the balcony, holding things down now, and it gets more difficult for G2. Nexa and Nico remain, and they may lose everything. Bomb falls to the floor, as do the remainder of G2. 6 rounds now for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Very unlikely considering what we saw earlier on.
Indeed. Quad kill from Hampus as well. What an adjustment from him. That 1-2 combination punch, him on the balcony, the man in the pit, able to work together off of that. ZCR doing a great job supporting the in-game leader. And, well, yeah, that was unfortunate from Nexa, helping Plopsky out.
You see a shot, you take it.
But that was a very nice setup from NIP. Despite G2 trying to sell the fake towards A, hoping to draw something out towards B, didn't work at all. And we'll actually see 3 towards B again, this time for NIP. G2, though, quickly into apartments. Is Amanek going to be able to make it up here fast? Hunter and Amanek going to work their way through. Okay, we'll get a bit of presence shown here. But this is just, man, this is a nasty buy for G2. They can't afford anything.
Yeah, G2 running out of steam somewhat.
I like the symmetry of it, at least. You know? Mac 10's on top.
Oh, nice.
Deagle, Mac 10 Deagle.
Somebody somewhere with OCD is very pleased right now.
Yes, he's sitting next to you.
Very pleased. Satisfied. Minute 10 and Molotovs go towards the short position to take angles away, but Ninjas in Pyjamas are choosing to engage elsewhere. 3 men on short. There's no vision on long for the Ninjas. No lurker on B, banana for G2 rather. Plopsky makes his way towards CT spawn. We can see G2 crossing Arch on the radar, curling into the site now. There's sound cues for Ninjas in Pyjamas, but are they actually ready for this? Maybe caught off guard now. This has suddenly become extremely awkward for them. They were 3 on short by design, but things are becoming very strange now on this A-bomb site. Hampus getting Molotovs into the corner, taking out Hunter in the apartments. The bomb is stuck on short with all of G2 on the bomb site, but NIP don't know this just yet. That is making things very strange. As Jax goes to collect the bomb, we can see Device in position. He'll hear that rotation back to the site. Out with the Deagle, nice headshot, looking for more. Okay then, 1 versus 2 all of a sudden. Very bizarre round of Counter-Strike now as Jax is in a 1 versus 2. So much advantage when G2 push long, but it ends up being 7 rounds for NIP at half-time. Extremely unlikely, but here we are. We just got ourselves a real match. But can G2 storm to a 3rd map of Mirage? Find that after the break. All of a sudden, things become wide open here on Inferno. Ninjas in Pyjamas with a late comeback, 5 rounds in a row. Unlikely rounds based on G2's momentum, but here we are.
This is definitely the round, this kind of map, this kind of half, is where G2 are like, man, we were winning. It was great. And then we lost. Because they let Nip get 5 rounds in a row, and all of a sudden Nip have a terrific recovery to the first half, 8-7. I think Nip will be perfectly happy with this result, and now we can get into the thick of things where I'm sure Nip, like on Dust 2, are going to have a game plan here. That is unfortunate for Hunter.
Indeed, so many bullets, but to no avail on this occasion.
Wow.
Sometimes it be like that.
Indeed, indeed. That is a painful one. 4-on-4 now. Amanek alone on the A side, though. Going to go for a peek. Yes, he is. Doing the damage, but not finding the kills. Straight up short, and they're going to be able to get a very quick bomb plant here in IP.
Yeah, they've got a crossfire as well with 2 players in the pit, so the situation is strong for them. 2 flashes in the smoke, all in the hands of Nexa. If he dies, only 1 grenade will remain. Off angles are being held. They won't be given anything easy. Now, what is the approach from G2? They've got a smoke towards the pit position. 3 players moving in on short. The flashbangs are here as well. Nico on the site. He has something to do about this. 3 kills from Nico. Hampus now 1 versus 4. Nico being the point man as they look for the defuse. Hold on a second. Running out of bullets, running out of HP as well. Nexa will shut it down while the bomb is defused by Jax. Just couldn't get there in time, and you can see how close that defuse was. If Jax dies, that's a GG. But here we are. G2 win their CT pistol.
And okay then, Nico. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of a chuckle. He knows.
Yeah, he's like, all right.
He just pulled off the magic there. He just doubled his kills in a single round. 6 kills total for Nico so far this map. That's actually ridiculous, considering just how good of a player he is. Highest rated player going into this match. One of the highest rated players in the tournament. If not, I think he is the highest rated player in the tournament right now. He is with a 1.42 rating across 6 maps. So, I mean, he has been fairly quiet this series against NIP. They've done a good job of neutralizing him. But there in the pistol, he had something to say. And that is absolutely the start that G2 needed to this half. So, Nip going for the force buy on their side.
Ooh. I saw the headshot coming, but G2 will prevail. Hunter very quick once the target was identified. It's going to be hard for Ninjas in Pyjamas to be effective now. You can see G2 content with those 2 kills, will fall back from top mid. Reset the situation, holding the angles, but picking every so often. Off angle from Amanek, and there are 2 rifles still in the hands of Ninjas in Pyjamas. You can only concede so much before you have to fight. Flash is there, but no peek. Plotski dancing around the corner, rings the bell, but that won't be enough. No damage, no effective damage just yet from the Ninjas. Everybody alive is important for G2 as they press on. ZTR trying to make something happen. It will be down to the device with the AK-47, good for 1 kill. It's a nice upgrade for the MP9, and G2 will say thank you for that.
So this is when we go into the thick of things here. Should be another round of Eagle coming in for NIP after the initial pistol and the initial force. G2 holding strong, should be getting a chance to extend that lead now and to farm a bit. I mean, they've gone for 2 SMGs on this, so I want to see an X and Amanek in positions to just get those SMGs online. Next towards B, Amanek has got his back. Going to be rotating over towards Arch. Amanek actually kind of hanging around here in case it was a B rush. He was ready to go for a very quick rotate. Still waiting on the info, Amanek. That is interesting. They were fully expecting Nip to just run through this round, for it to be a hard eco and for Nip to just rush a bomb site. Amanek was ready to go A or B for the first 15 seconds of the round.
Rez sees the shadow. Rez is dead.
Now Amanek with the peek in mid. Yep. Let's stop that. No explosive plays here for NIP. Plowski starting to run his way towards A with that bomb. Amanek finally going to swing. Hunter with 2 kills. And Plowski just like that is like, welp. What can I do now? But die, and hope that you don't die to one of the SMGs. That's the name of the game now. So go die to Hunter. Whatever you do, don't go dying to Amanek. And he's going to die to Amanek. And that's unfortunate. $1,200 in Amanek's pocket. Feeling good, man.
It's nice work. Not too bad for a day's work at all. 3 rounds in a row for G2. 4 rounds ahead of Ninjas in Pyjamas now as their first buy comes through. Ninjas in Pyjamas 5 AK-47s on deck. We still have a mixed bag from G2. Not upgrading most of their weapons here. FAMAS MP9 UMP. We'll see how it works out for them. Both teams very equipped in terms of utility. 3 men will head towards the B bomb site for G2, as can be common for a CT side. And that smoke grenades hitting Plopsky in the chest makes it pop by the tree. Plopsky taking some grenade damage, but he's alive. Armanek will go over towards that A bomb site now. As maybe without all rifles, G2 will give up Phenomena to some degree. Hold on a second. That might just be the round. Just like that, 2 kills for Hampus. We do have a rotation from Hunter making his way over, but what can they really expect to offer right now, G2? Well, it's got a kill from it. Device over the smoke, and then Amanek's now in place. Is he going through the smoke with a flashbang? He is. Plopsky eats it for lunch, and Hampus will finish off this round, I think. The rifle's now moving away to save.
Yeah, Rez sends it back to the kitchen. Like, nope, we're not having that flash. We'll take another, thank you. Hunter and Jack's going to hang on. And what are these teams following the same script right now? Because that looked identical to what happened for G2 on their buy. Just walking into B site, getting 2 clean kills, and straight onto the bomb site they go. And so NIP getting a very strong start to the second half, in the same way that that G2 had a very strong start to their T side. Looks promising for the Ninjas. Quad AK is saved, and yeah, now this is going to be a difficult situation for G2. They're going to have to really tap the bank that they've managed to save up over the past 3 rounds. And yeah, that was very, very weird. Nico just stepping right out into the open. Huh. Man, dude, Nico is really trying to force it. He's at 6 kills right now, Bardolph. That's one of the heaviest hitters in the tournament. Completely underperforming right now on this map.
Well, now is a great time for him to hit 7 or more. This is a crucial round for G2, and they're more equipped to throw lots of junk down Banana. We see the double incendiaries as Ninjas and Pyjamas are forced back, but Rez makes his way towards the tree. The challenge is no longer there. We've got 4 players, in fact, towards A for G2, so I do wonder if they were reading an early response. They don't get one, and Nico heads back towards the B bomb site. Lots of area covered by him. Getting his steps in for his health app.
Important to get those steps. Nice body block. Doesn't quite. I mean, there may be a little bit of a gap to exploit.
Yeah, it's
I
hard
love that HE though.
Hard to find enough impact when you're colliding with those grenades. They tend to fall mostly in the same place. They managed to avoid the grenade zone NIP. They seem to be reading them, and they appear to be going in dry. We can see on the X-ray that Nexa just holding a grenade. He's just spotting. But they're going to be in so much trouble once this push comes through. Hampus makes his way over. Look at the chain flashes. Nico's completely blind. Might as well not even have eyes in this round. Hampus now charging through to finish Nexa off, and he'll do exactly that. We have a rotation though. Amanek is here doing what he can. He may have to leave while the smoke is up for CT though, because it's a 2 versus 5 situation, and throwing good money after bad is just not the best idea. And off he goes.
Bardolph. That's what every entry fragger wishes that he had right there. A whole bunch of flashes going off. And did you see Hampus get blinded at all? Because I didn't.
I didn't know.
That is just like, those are just beautiful flashes getting thrown by NIP to support their point man. He can walk right in there and just take those duels, no worries about getting blinded. Whereas Nico, you're right. Dude might as well not have had eyes in his head. Nice shot at that. Not expecting the follow-up there from Device, unfortunately for him. But still, and Device electing not to go for the AWP himself. Just sticking to the AKs here.
Yeah, more nimble team with the AK-47s. Wide swings, trade frags, numbers abuse.
And crazy pressure. This is the best we've seen NIP play all tournament long. Hands down. So clearly they've done away with whatever mental fatigue they accumulated at the beginning here. They've put it behind them, and playing against G2, they are currently murking G2. Very likely now that NIP are going to be tying the situation up here, as this is a pistol round for G2, and the next round for G2 is not even going to be the strongest buy.
Rising to the level of their opposition.
Indeed they are. Good quality to have as a team.
Maybe there is a new ceiling for Ninjas in Pyjamas with Device in tow. We'll find that out over time. Next shift walking towards the B bomb site on Speedway. A lot of flashes for the Ninjas. 2 Molotovs. Hunter creeping. They're all here, Ninjas in Pyjamas, and the grenades are being deployed as well. Starting to swing in again. The flashbangs are sublime on this B bomb site. There's a boost though, and Hunter looking for 2. We've got to push through the smoke in the meantime. Nexa spotted though by Hampus, and Jax now 1 versus 3, going fishing behind the smoke. Don't know where he is. There's no rifle for him to collect, just looking for dry peaks, spamming the coffins, but again, it's that elevated plant to avoid those attempts. Looking for a flank, but they're all playing on the site together. A disciplined Ninjas in Pyjamas team almost gets hit in the face by a flashbang as well. He's got 4750, so there's no shortage of money for Jax. The same cannot be said for the rest of his teammates, but they'll likely be flush once this round has reached its conclusion.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I don't want to see him survive this round, because he's got a kit in Kevlar. That's money to be saved. He can drop a couple of guns for his teammates. And it's looking like Jax will be able to sneak his way out of here, so nicely done on his part. He'll keep that gear and carry that over into the following round. So he can drop and still full buy for himself, meaning that Nexa could get full nades, or we get the AWP dropped by him. Also an option. Who is going to get it? Amanek is going to hold on to that AWP. Nico carried it for a second there, and I was starting to wonder, but no. Amanek, he'll hold on to that AWP for G2. And so we're 11 to 10. Big buy coming up now for G2 after that round of eco.
Yeah, big round. 3 start towards B for G2 once again. Device looking to have a go. A spurt of an engagement with utility, and it resumes once again. You can see Nexa behind the sandbags with Nico holding utility for him. Again, the retake grenades. That's quite deep on Banana, that one, with the molly ahead of it, so there's no one by the half wall. Now, what is the next part of the plan for G2? Grenades down Banana. That leaves Device with 41 HP. This exchange will leave about a minute on the clock. G2 will fall back to the bomb site once again. We can see in the meantime that G2 are playing defensive on A, which means they are very devoid of information. They don't really know what's going on. They do have Amanek on the AWP on long with some support. We'll see if he's willing to peek top mid and then start a rotation. And he will. Normally seen on short. Rare that happens on long as well. Nexa, I'm not sure if he sees anything over the smoke, but there's a lot of action coming their way on this B bomb site. Again, the flashes are here, but Nico's ready for 2. Stays alive on B behind the smoke, and Hunter's here for support. Stops the flank, and this could be a good round for G2. Bomb being planted, Device trying to post up by New Box. 2 versus 4 situation. Smokes will soon be gone. Avoids the first flashbang, but there's so much work to be done here by the Ninjas in Pyjamas. No more grenades for G2, but it might not matter. That's a massive headshot from Amanek, leaving ZTR to try and push. He's got to force the issue here because there are too many players. Multi-peak, and Jax will be the last bullet to finish off ZTR. 4 players surviving for G2 is fantastic as they move to 12.
That's terrific. What a turn of events. And G2, Nico, the hero in that round. Nexa sold his life dearly. That delayed flash is so nasty from Nip because it's held just a half second behind. And so you see Nexa, he hears the first flash go off. He's like, great, I turned away. Now I can turn in and take the shot. And just as he turns, that delayed flash comes in. Boom. But Nico's there to be the hero and save the day. Gets his 2 kills, stays alive, keeps the pressure on that bomb plant, and so Nip can never get comfortable. And that was a very clean round from G2. Clean round from Nip as well, but it didn't quite work out this time.
I wonder if Nico is figuring out how to avoid all the flashbangs. His teammate, once again, on the elevated position, completely blind with that execute, but Nico had to get a multi-frag to make that round winnable for G2.
It's hard to blind Nico if he's holding all the way back in con like that, right? Because he's got those walls all around him. He's kind of in his little cube, and so unless a flash goes right off in his face, the dude's still going to be hitting shots. And, well, that is what Nico does after all. It's still a chance for him to wake up here. That puts him at 8 kills. Keeping count, keeping an eye on it.
Are we going to see HEs towards the coffins from here, perhaps?
Indeed. Speaking of, hey, Nico, if you're going to play from construction,
Uh-oh.
This is very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, do they doubt? They do. That throws them out of whack.
Nico moved away from Coffins as well, so they can run that plan in a different round. There is a huge gap in that smoke. Now, what do they make of it? We've seen lots of deliberate gaps in smokes, but this one surely can't be for real. And in they go. They've got a one player on the bomb side, but again, Nico to the rescue, or perhaps not. Frags left and right on B. G2 have lost position now. Maybe they get a kill again. Device did die doing this, but the timing is such that Amanek moves away. They've got to hold on to what they have here, G2.
These are adjustments being made by Nip, though. They're starting to pick up on the fact that Nico was holding in construction. They were ready for him that time, not going to get caught for free. Making quick adjustments is the name of the game for NIP, and there's so many experienced players now on this team. Hampus is developing very quickly as an in-game leader. Really liking to see how he's taken on that role for the team. And then you've got players like Device, like Rez. I mean, they've been around. Well, Device, of course, a legend. This is exciting stuff here for NIP. They are currently taking the fight to G2 on a map that G2 are heavily favored on. This is G2's home map as far as they're concerned, and yet here we are. NIP 1 round away from tying it up.
It's pretty tight.
And that is actually the question now. What is it that we're going to see here? Is this going to be the force full on from G2? They have just enough. And it's 3 towards B early, but we've seen this before from G2. And Amanek usually peels off. This time around, however, Amanek is staying towards B. So this is how G2 elect to change things up. Instead of just leaving Nico and Nexo alone on B, they will have Amanek here with that AWP. And maybe this is the element of surprise that they need here. Because Hampus could swing right into this op.
They've been good with the grenades so far. Slightly delayed for both players. But indeed, NIP may be smelling an opportunity towards B bomb site. We're baited into the AWP angle, and that's a great 5 versus 4 situation for G2. You can see Rez now creeping on Banana. Hunter barely alive with 19 HP. Got mollies and other grenades flying into the library area. So Nico can barely find an angle to even spray because of the molly behind the smoke, but in the smoke he will stand. Into the Pyjamas quickly towards this A bomb site. 1 minute on the clock. We've got spraying through the library position. Jax will drop property. ZTR's in trouble now. So many guns aimed at him here. Hunter elevated. He needs help. And Nico's coming in just at the right time. Instantly traded though. Rez now 1 versus 3. 25 seconds. Playing for the round win. Waiting to try and cut off some rotation. We see the creep, the crab walk from G2 in the arch area. Rez though looks the right way but doesn't win the duel. Very important for G2. Baited NIP up Banana, got an AWP kill, and finished with the AWP over towards A.
Jax is like, yes, I hit the shots, and there was finally some action on A. I got to do something, guys. It wasn't just a retake on B. Good for you, Jax. All the patience paying off, and he's there to get that kill. That is big. Throws a wrench in things for Nip with the short push. And so now, well, G2 finally get a little bit of action over towards that A site. Both of these teams across both maps have been real big fans of the letter B. But it turns out there are 2 bomb sites on these maps. Nice flash. Timing isn't quite met by Device. HE, though. Yeah, Device getting chunked. But again, we're going straight in towards early B pressure here from NIP. This time around, Amanek on the other side. There's the flash. Can we get the trade, though? Nico's stuck. Not going to survive.
They see at least 2 players on Banana, and they can take one away as Device's Molotovs. He's burned.
Dude, that's such a big deal.
Yeah, NIP now 2 versus 4. What's interesting is the last 4 rounds have gone back and forth, but G2 are in a strong position to win that consecutive round and really break Ninjas in Pyjamas. They'll have no money left if they lose this round. You can start to see the rotation now, potentially from G2. They're ready, both by the library long position. The A rotators if they are needed, and the execute comes in from what is left of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Double mollies is all the information they need. 44 seconds on the clock. The push starts to come through now. Rez hunting ZTR to trade. Does he spot Amanek? I think he does, but he's got to find his kill as well. Smoke to the back of the site, not needed. Amanek delivers that final kill, and G2 find themselves in a very strong position.
Amanek is so stylish as well, just plays the angle impeccably. And they know that those are the only spots. If you're on the bomb site, those are the only spots that you can be. Those Molotovs that cleared out oranges, cleared out new boxes. But the HE here onto Hampus, missed it, sorry. But there's that HE over the top of the roof, and it just catches Hampus as he trades. 2 big kills with nades. You had the HE and then you had the Molly as well. So just monstrous nade kills coming through there for G2 to save the day. Because if Nip managed to trade Nico for free, they can push onto that bomb site, and life is so difficult for Amanek. Now, however, it's G2 2 rounds away, and Nip, I love to see it, playing for the win. They don't want to let it get up to match point, or map point rather. They're going for it, man. They want to end this in regulation.
One rifle for Ninjas in Pyjamas, but a lot of utility. Hulls Pop may be the one. Speaking of, though, Jack starts to line them up. Well, that's a lot of information for him, and the push has to come now for Ninjas while this rotation comes through for G2. We got more counter flashes to slow things down. Beautiful headshot from Hunter, and it goes from bad to worse for Ninjas in Pyjamas. G2 trying to force this to Mirage. They're not too far away now. There won't be much for NIP if they can't win this one. Hampus in the clutch. Flashbang and a swing, I'm sure. Smoke still up, Mollies as well. One through the smoke, but Nico with a superior position puts G2 on game point.
And 1 kill after the other coming through there. G2 getting tested finally on that A site. Jax again, though, able to come with the 1-for-1 and the info. You can see here, perfect flash timing for him to take a peek. Spots out 2. And from there on out, it's just the nade superiority coming through from G2, just completely annihilating that entire short position. Nip just finding it so difficult to be able to push through that arsenal. And so now, again, another force buy coming in here from NIP. Not a whole lot they can hope to do. They have to force buy.
How long does he hold for? Yeah, 2 targets now. Hunter, so confident, better equipped. He's got teammates for support as well, but it's Jax actually who gets eliminated. Hunter's still here, and it's going to get a bit weird because there's a lot of targets. Running out of bullets now, looking to reload switch weapon, and G2 making it a little awkward for themselves. There could be money problems here as well, so you start to wonder about this. 4 versus 2 for Ninjas in Pyjamas. I'm amazed he doesn't take a shot there, but the body on his screen may be different to ours as it is client side, not server side.
Talk about overstaying your welcome. That's really trying to, that's when you're really trying to force it. Like, we're going to get these kills. We're going to get these kills. The only problem is that Nip are not automatons. They're not just going to stand there and take it. They're going to make adjustments, and you do get punished at the end. If you overstay it, you try to force the issue, G2. And so now down 2 men, and, well, down 3. Nice shots from Plopsky through the smoke, going to connect with Nexa. And Amanek is going to hang back and save the op.
This is a turn of events.
Still not done. I mean, G2, their money is not good.
It sucks right now.
Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. But they still have that margin, right? There's still going to be 3 rounds separating them from NIP. Oh, Amanek. Yeah, so we are going to get at least that round of eco coming in here from G2. 1 round we should get.
Loss bonus is in the bin now for G2 with their recent success. So they may have put themselves in a spot of trouble. And you can see this isn't a guaranteed win for them, especially with where their economy is now. Nothing is purchased. They're putting everything, I'll say that, but
like it.
I'm an expense for $800. He had over 5,000, so fair enough. But more or less nothing is purchased in this round. And I think if NIP identify just how much money they don't have in this run, this may spur them on and give them an extra step forward to try and take this to overtime.
Dude, what a filthy setup here in mid, though. Look at this. Look at this double boost. That is so cool. You don't see that every day.
G2 would love to collect that rifle. Plopsky will make things a little more sufferable. We've got a peek from Nico. The AK is dropped again. Now it moves into the hands of Jax. Hot potato with this AK-47 top mid. They know exactly where it is, and Jax is on the run now. Prison break for him.
Get out. 21 kills for Jax.
If you're a G2 fan right now, you're probably crapping your pants.
You are feeling just a little stressed. I mean, Nico started to wake up a bit. but he's still nowhere near the impact that you expect to see from a player of his caliber. But that's, I mean, that being said, I mean, the Frenchman, man, Amanek and Jax just sitting at the top of the pack. Amanek has quietly got 25 kills this map. Jax is up there with 21. The other half of the Kovac duo is up there with 21 as well. So, I mean, the firepower is there for G2. Really makes you wonder if Nico could have a little bit more of a say in matters. Would it be done for G2? But again, that also just shows the depth in this roster now. You know, there's a lot of talk. You know, there's always a lot of talk about the Kovac and Kovac law firm. And yet there are the Frenchmen on the team, and they are perfectly capable of carrying some weight. So this will do 50. This will put us up to 15-13 now. And we will get that buy round coming in here for G2. NIP on the other side. 5 rifles, fully equipped. Everything that they need here to put them within range of tying it up. So again, Banana Flash going over the top. Plopsky applying the pressure to the top of Banana. Nico just going to try and buy a little bit of time here with this nasty incendiary, and Device doesn't need to cancel it. That is convenient.
Is he scrolling through his grenades?
I think he is.
Jax is the only man with a defuse kit in this round. He's got 12 HP right now. We've got to keep an eye on that. They were lacking grenades. They didn't really have all the tools they wanted to fight Banana here, G2. They do, however, have 3 players towards this B bomb site. Nico says hello from the coffins, and Device says hello straight back. You really wonder about G2 now. Outstaying their welcome in that balcony fight and what the implications might be. It's already a safe situation for them. Hunter should maybe consider running away, but he's got ideas himself. Stops a bomb from being planted, but I think there was a rotation beginning from G2, but it will stop pretty quickly because, again, they are going to be broke in the next rounds.
Look at how low everybody is on Nip. 6 health on Hampus. 28, 48. I mean, they've just, I mean, these are the margins that G2 are dealing with. Nico not able to pick up a kill there. Really hurts things, and he tried to force it. He really tried to make it happen there, but NIP having none of it. And so he's putting that additional pressure on himself. He knows full well that he should be getting those kills. He knows full well that he should be the playmaker on this team. And so that may force him, he may be forcing himself to take fights to really force the issue. And well, Nip are more than happy to put the pressure on him right now. Amanek gets baited, and he is dead. No AWP saved. Man, this is actually looking fantastic for NIP. They very well could get overtime here. No,
wow.
Max, I'm sorry, bud. You're not saving. Oh.
People are going to have nightmares, man.
This is such a big deal.
Yeah, if G2 don't find a way in this round, got to go back to that balcony hold.
Yeah, I agree. That round really just trying to force the issue there with that second mid hold, that hurt. That really hurt for G2.
There will be a timeout, and the money sucks, as you can see here. Mostly 2,500. 2 of them have 3,500. But again, it can be weird rounds like this where you don't really know what to expect from the side of Ninjas in Pyjamas, and you capitulate. So by no means is anything guaranteed. We see the 5 AKs out for Ninjas in Pyjamas. As for G2, we've got double FAMAS, a UMP, some grenades here and there. It's a pots and pans by Jumble Cell, Thrift Store, whatever you like. It is not great. They have no incendiaries, G2. How do they hold on to Banana, for example? A lot of problems for them here. They've got flashbangs and HE grenades. They won't both go in the same direction. If they did, maybe they have 5 versus 4, but yeah, they will not be so lucky.
Unfortunate. Trying to spread the damage out. Hey, we did have a setup here. We got that same setup, the boost on short on the other side of the map, but for now it will not be tested. Forcing the smoke out early. Minute 22. Man, G2 wish that they could have saved that one a little bit longer. Nexa has still got a smoke of his own, however. So he will just try and push his luck and wait. No, he throws that out now. Wow, dude, Nip, this is perfect for him. Minute 8, both smokes used on the B site. Nexa's got 2 flashes. Nico has no nades. This is perfect for NIP.
I love the simplicity of this execute. Flames all over the B bomb site. The chain flashes again. Nico completely blind. That could have been 2, but it'll be 0 on this occasion. There goes the bomb site. There's no more saving to be done by G2. It's the last round of normal time. And in they go. There could be support flashbacks for Device as well. And the deletions continue. nightmares of the balcony as Amanek runs around the other way with UMP from that range, and around he goes. He has the one defuse kit on the final two players. There is quite the angle. Hold on a second. We have trades now. Hunter 1 versus 3, trying to grab a weapon, but he can't. That bomb's pretty far ticked. He doesn't have the kit. And there we go. It's overtime.
It is overtime, and I fully expect Mr. Hender, our analyst, to be going over some of these rounds, these B hits from NIP on the analyst segment after this match, because these are so clean from NIP. They've got the Molotovs forcing G2 out into the open, and as the Molotovs forcing them into the open, Chain Flash is going over the top. G2 don't know where to look. They're just fully blind, and of course, NIP, they know where the flashes are going also. They know how to mitigate some of that blindness, and they can just get those kills for free. So, man, NIP, they were prepared for this map. They knew what was coming. This smacks of Threat, the mastermind behind it all.
I know, right?
You know?
Genius. The man is a genius.
He's been hibernating this whole time, but Bjorn now, you don't piss off. You don't poke the bear, James. You don't poke the bear.
Have you seen what he can do with an M249?
I have not.
I've seen it firsthand. 1v4, no Kevlar. That man will clutch with an M249. Well then, we find ourselves in overtime again. It means an automated 2-minute break for these teams, and maybe that'll be a relief for G2. Again, just a risk they didn't need to take, considering how well they were winning most of the rounds anyway. But
yes.
Sometimes it'd be like that. We can't be outcome-oriented. They've had things go wrong before, just like every other player. Got to focus on the now, and the now is a reset situation. They will continue on the counter-terrorist side. $10,000 per person. That can dwindle pretty damn quickly when you're defending.
Look amused right now. Probably reliving that round in question.
Yeah. You got to put it behind you.
Well, we got Nip saying that they're ready. We should have G2 ready in a moment here. Nico was just sitting down.
I'm ready as well, if they were wondering.
And well, we're asking G2. The admin isn't asking for you, James.
No.
They just.
We're not important.
They just assume that you're sitting here.
We must adapt.
Indeed. Are there any water bottles? Can you
Yes.
pass me a water bottle, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you much. All right, we're getting into it, guys. This is it. Overtime. Nip have fought back tooth and nail this second half. Terrific performance from the Swedes, and this is really putting themselves up against G2 on their best map, and we're going the distance. 15-15, fully bought up on both sides, and we'll see. Do Nip just keep going back to the well? Do they just keep using this same execute onto the B site that G2 are really struggling with? Molly to top banana already. Early Molly as well. Hampus waiting for the flash. There it is. Swings. Just barely a second too late.
Oh my god, he got super deleted by G2. Starters, they mean to go on. Back to strength on the CT side, and it gets worse on Banana. Forward and Ninjas in Pyjamas. Device must be careful about his traces so close to the smoke. Nico now, he won't even expect him. This one's collapsing extremely quickly for Ninjas in Pyjamas. The bomb's been lost on T-Ramp. They're going to send a flashbang in for ZTR to try and clear the bomb site out. He will also fail. Nico won't expect this rotation. May turn into a bait, actually. ZTR dying on the A bomb site perhaps gives an opportunity towards B, but with the sound cues down Banana, down T-Ramp even. Look at the aggression from G2, taking liberties with their positions. This first round in overtime has not gone away with Ninjas in Pyjamas. 4 surviving for G2 is great.
So again, speaking of like overstaying your welcome, Hampus getting stuck there at the car because he's got mollies behind him. He can't back off. He can't run away. He has to sit there. And just a split second too late. We're going to get the replay here. Yeah, just a split second too late to hit Nexa. Nexa was able to get behind the sandbags out of harm's way. If Hampus trades 1-for-1, takes Nexa with him, maybe we're looking at a different situation there. But the fact that G2 were ready with 3 players on that B site, they were ready for the early aggression. They just utterly smashed Nip, and that puts them up at 16-15. But hey, let's go. More of the same here. Plopsky this time. Top banana and the bombardment.
He just got a raise, like it's the Avengers movie. He just disappeared.
That was sick.
Somebody clicked their fingers and Nico disappeared. He's gone.
Love to see
NIP now adjusting in round number 32. They can't go 0-3 in this half. G2 look back to their best on the CT side. That is one way to answer it. Take off top mid now, and they'll keep G2 guessing as to where the final push will come. Minute 15, and there's plenty of map control. Hunter on long. I do wonder if he'll go for a repeat a bit later on. Seems he'll head towards this B-bomb side, actually. Oh, well then, the AWP angle has been baited. Maybe some fire damage as they make their way into the site here. Ninjas in Pyjamas. There is a rotation, a super instant trade. Armanek completely blind, and a no-scope onto Rez. Nexa still at the back of the site. Plopsky jumping through. There's no one close enough to trade here. Trying to put a smoke up. Nexa almost delivering an extra kill. So there's a man advantage for Ninjas in Pyjamas. The flank is coming pretty soon, though. Jack's coming up banana. There may be an opportunity for him to pick the bomb planter here. He found himself a 1v1, but Device is patient and waiting for it. That leaves Amanek with a lot to do.
No way for him to expect Hampus to push CT like that. Don't even bother planting the bomb. Who needs to plant the bomb? Just use it as bait. Keep just, baiting over and over again. Forcing G2 to react, forcing G2 to think, hey, maybe we've got a 2-on-2 on our hands here if he's actually sticking that bomb plant. Nicely done there by Nexa, trying to draw them in. But that is NIP keeping their cool in a tight spot, tying it up 16-16. And I love the adjustment as well made by Hampus with that HE combo. Him and Plopsky just nuking Nico. That is exactly how that is supposed to go as far as NIP are concerned. And again, HEs, triple HEs this time, straight up. 2 of them into sandbags, really punishing Nexa.
That adaptation in overtime proving to be very useful. Device goes ahead of the HE grenade and gets a very nice kill, avoids the flashbang as well. Nico could be in trouble if he stays by the car here. Surely they spray the wooden panel. Down he goes. Device with 2. Aggressive flashbangs now. They know Amanek's in CT, but he's lost his angle. NIP don't know that, though. And he will stay alone on the B bomb site. Changing it up, last seen in CT, moves to the site itself. He can fire off a shot and fall back to the bomb site, but rotation is so far away. 2 flashes for the Ninjas. And here comes some grenades. Where are the flashbangs? So Amanek eats it and has to run away. There are Molotovs ahead of him, though. He's in a very strange position, and Rez will deliver a headshot. Could be 2 for Ninjas in Pyjamas, which would be a pretty strong position for them on this T side. Jackson Hunter with a lot to do, and Rez makes it easy. There's no smoke. Maybe bad comms. I don't know how he gets to kill that free. But that gives G2 a chance. A smoke towards Banana to isolate some fights. We can see Plopsky has a crossfire with his teammate as he is in the pool. ZTR at the back of the site. We'll see what Hampus has to say about things. Molotovs will force ZTR from his position. Jack's creeping down. He goes now. Hunter with a 1 versus 3. Again, walking into a crossfire in the middle of the site. And it will be Ninjas in Pyjamas with a 1-round lead at halftime of overtime.
Man, I love to see ZTR. He's just so pumped, man. So hyped. Brings the energy to this team for sure. What a great addition to the Ninjas. He is really living up to it. But it's a 2-round achievement here in this half of overtime for NIP. They have really made the adjustments, and it's so fun to watch just how much these guys are focused on this B site. They are completely ignoring half of the map. It's just rinse and repeat on the B site, make slight adjustments with the nade timings. But apart from that, it's just go onto the site and wreak havoc. And it's worked wonderfully so far. So NIP now switching over to the CT side. G2 now on the T side. And we get to see G2, different approach. Straight up second mid at the beginning and right into apartments. Amanek goes. Rez with the aggro peak, though. Not going to get out of there intact. Nico going to be able to trade him.
Device in trouble. Down to 16 HP. Has to fall back and give up the top mid position. I'm sure he was hoping to hold on to that, but got to be careful about these grenades now. ZTR and the apartments could be crucial. I can see the bomb crossing, but that's a lost jewel. But information, rotation's on the way now, but Hunter has the advantage. He's not being expected at all. Hampus with his knife out, running to his demise. That leaves Device on the A bomb site, surrounded. No map control whatsoever. Hunter creeping around the long smokes. And down goes Device. Looks like the score will be quickly tied up. Plopsky definitely needs to be saving here. Like an expensive first round for the CT side, and G2 will make it 17 apiece.
This off of just a bunch of easy working that space towards A and getting Hunter through on the flank is just everything for G2. NIP, I'm fairly sure that NIP would have expected there to be some action Banana and that this was just going to continue to be the all-out battle on the B site. And so G2 opting out of that fight, heading over towards A early here. Now, NIP, those guys are going to be a little rusty, not really getting too much action on that side of the map. And so they get caught. I do like how aggressive NIP were, though, at the beginning there, really trying to set the tone. Rez with the aggressive peek into second mid, picking up the shot there, but unfortunately for him, with no smoke to block Nico off, he gets traded, and it kind of spills out from there. And so now NIP, this is the danger. When you're in 10,000 starting money at the beginning of the half, it costs more to get fully equipped on the CT side than it does the T side. And so NIP losing the first round of their CT side puts them in a tremendously difficult position now. As you can see, there's hardly any money left for them at all. If they were to lose this round now, I mean, that puts G2 actually in an ideal situation to win this map. They won't have a whole lot of money to buy in the last round of this half. So G2 now, they're in a very good position here to ruin the comeback of the Ninjas. Not much early info for NIP towards mid either on this A site. This is super passive stuff. G2 have been given so much room to work with. And G2 themselves can't even believe it. They're still holding. Next Dynamic are still just kind of holding, waiting for somebody to peek for info in mid. Only now are we going to see them start to maybe move forward here.
And only now do we see the first smoke grenade used by Ninjas in Pyjamas. They have 4 in the hole. So they're changing the pace in terms of their own aggression, but they may be able to put G2 in an awkward position with counter utility. They've got the incendiaries as well being deployed. Lots of smokes up towards short, but meanwhile we've got a 3-man push on long, and Hunter still gets that entry frag for his team, and Ninjas start to fall on this A bomb site. Zetian now in no man's land, held on to so much utility, but still can't hold on to the map control. Dancing around the smokes, and there's nothing doing here, nothing to show for all of that. Allowing G2 to take the map control ends in pain for Ninjas in Pyjamas. G2 moves to game point now, again.
Just showing that there's another bomb site on this map. And that's the risk you run when you play that passively, NIP, when you do not challenge at all beforehand. If you're going to play all the way in the back of the side, all the way in the back of pit, you have to play impeccably at that point. As soon as that push comes through, you have to hit all of your shots. You're not given any room for error because you've got nowhere to fall back. You can't give ground and try and reset. It's all or nothing at that point. And so G2 with the death ball approach just go running right into that bomb site, run right over the Ninjas, and now it's map point for G2. Could be taking us to a 3rd map on Mirage. I mean, let's see what kind of buy NIP can get together here. It's not going to be the prettiest one. So a difficult situation here for the Ninjas, and actually a timeout getting called by the Ninjas. This is the first timeout getting called by the Ninjas in Pyjamas as well. It's been G2 actually calling a lot of the tactical timeouts so far this map.
I had big expectations with all the utility that Ninjas in Pyjamas held on to in that round once we got to the minute mark, but G2 were just too strong. Well, they were simply too strong.
Are Jax and Aminex still, I think they are still rooming together. So, probably playing together from France. Wouldn't be surprised, but let's see now. Hunter, flash to top mid. And NIP have to go for FAMASs just so they can afford some grenades. And Hunter
oh my God, shut it down. What on the blazes is that from Hunter? Well, it looks like a 3-entry round to take G2 to Mirage.
Yeah, not a whole lot that NIP can hope to do here. It would take a miracle for them to retake the A site of Inferno, one of the hardest bomb sites to retake in the game. It's just why you just don't want to let it get this far. Retaking this bomb site is an utter nightmare. Okay, well, NIP now, Device and Plopsky, 2v5, whole lot of work to do. And they're just getting shot through the smoke because why not?
Oh my God.
That's the way to finish it. 19-17, final score at the end of the 2nd map.
That's one way to make up for the errors in the balcony in normal time. G2 do it the hard way, but they do it. We head to Mirage. Thoughts of the desk after the break? After that, completely more carnage here in this series. We'll see you soon.